Hey everyone, this is Robert Trimbat, CTO for AIO Integrations, and welcome back to our sixth episode of In the Queue. These are our pre-recorded episodes that are about 15 minutes long, and we usually discuss a few short little things. This one is actually going to be about new tools that are available for cyber defense. And these are features that we are actually including in our product, our current product, our CyberSuite product, and it is at no extra cost for most of what we're going to be talking about today. A couple of things are, and I'll outline those as we go, but I'm going to actually give you guys a sneak peek into some of the new stuff we're doing. So in the last quarter of last year, we introduced a full enterprise SIEM. So not only do we when we're managing your cybersecurity, not only do we manage your devices for health, make sure things are good, we can see your machines when backups are done, that kind of stuff, but we also do, we enterprise a SIEM. That stands for a security, integrity, and event monitoring. And what that does is it monitors everything that happens with your machine. So we are able to go in and see system vulnerabilities. We are able to see it records registry changes, a lot of forensic information that happens to your computer. So that way, if something does happen, we actually have a way to go back and look. And as you can see here, we have a lot of vulnerabilities on this machine. And believe it or not, almost all of them are Firefox that needs to be updated. Typically what we're looking for is something when we go in and we look at a report and we will come in and look and we see something like this. So like this is my computer right here that I'm on. And if I go look at my vulnerabilities, you can see I have 0. There's nothing that is listing in the vulnerability report for my computer. But these things allow us to go in and look at the computers and see what is vulnerable. And it also tells us what patches fix things, and it allows us to communicate with our clients when they have issues. So we are doing vulnerability testing and monitoring on an individual endpoint status. With the new thing that's really cool, and I'm so happy to introduce this partnership. We got a new partner, and they are basically bringing the ability for us to introduce a company compliance dashboard for all our clients. This is really cool because it incorporates a lot of new things. We used to have to make our own content for training, and these were classes that I did, and we actually went out and did them in person, and then we recorded them and they made them on demand. Now we have actually made a new partnership, and it includes just a huge amount of new things that is going to make being able to monitor these kind of things within your company so much easier. So we set this up depending on the company and the things that you want, but I set up a sample company for us with our logo. And by the way, you can even put your own company logo up in this corner. Very, very cool. So you can customize it. You can set up your employees here. It incorporates with Office 365 and Google for single sign-on. So you don't have to, do crazy things with setting up users. Makes it very simple. But once you set up your policies and everything, you basically have a dashboard you log into, and you can see kind of what your compliance is. Now, each individual customer will come into our homepage and they'll have a list of things they need to do. You can see here, I assigned for myself cybersecurity training, a phishing course that teaches me about phishing, and something new, HIPAA and PCI, all sorts of different compliance programs, literally hundreds of them. And it is a fully on-demand tested product. We can specify what percentage you need to pass with, if 80, 85, 90, whatever it is, and we can set that up for you depending on what you want. This is refreshed every year. You actually get a certificate for each course, and it is stored and recorded here. So basically, from a company standpoint, I can log in to any employee and I can see who has done what and understand what they need. So under reports, I can bring up employee training statuses, their results. I can look at how they did. I can look and do risk assessment and see who's actually is my biggest risk in the company by looking at the training and summary shorts. And we haven't done any of this yet, so I can't show it to you. Unfortunately, it's brand new, but we will be doing an in-depth one as we have some more data in this. This is just to show you some of the new stuff. Policy compliance, really cool things we're able to do now. So we can introduce a number of different policies. This can be an employee policy, an employee handbook, a computer cybersecurity program policy, and they can basically view it online. It plugs in your company content and they can view it here. And when they're done, they basically have to acknowledge that they've accepted it and submit it. And you have proof that they have reviewed and acknowledged these agreements. And this can be everything from PCI compliance to bring your own device policies, literally hundreds of them. And you can choose which ones you want to enforce within your company. And they show up for every employee and you can track what they do. You can also send automatic reminders, remind them, hey, you haven't reviewed your policy yet. Go back and do this. Very, very cool. You can track their training and see if they've done their training or not, remind them to go back and do it. But this brings an accountability element that has been missing from this kind of thing. So a manager, you can assign employees a management role and they can go in, like for instance, you can see this person is a manager and this person is a manager, but you can set up normal employees as just employees. But the point is you can have multiple managers within your organization to manage what's happening and assign them the ability to manage certain aspects of this. But you get this employee portal, which really helps you understand what is happening. So not only do you get this, but we have a new area for training that is really cool. You have courses here. And so we've got a whole new cybersecurity part. There are 8 courses in this, and it's all on demand, very professional. You are tested afterwards, and you do get a certificate when you're done. We have a new phishing course that is specifically on training you how to recognize phishing. Like I said, compliance. So here's an example of a HIPAA compliance training course. Absolutely cool. We have PCI and personal information training, everything that you need for compliance, and you can track what they've done, what they've scored, and track this for your company in one place. This is something we are supplying as part of our cybersecurity solution in Q2 forward. So every client that we have now is going to get this retrospectively, and going forward, this will be a part of our new product called AIO CaaS 360 CyberSuite. The other thing that we have is we are going to have the simulated phishing. Now, this is really cool. We are going to be able to put campaigns of simulated phishing, and we actually can pick from banking to PayPal to Netflix. We can pick from over thousands of different realistic type of phishing. And what we do is we simulate phishing. That means we send these to your employees for the purpose of on-demand training. In other words, it is real-time training. Instead of being caught by real phishing schemes, if they click on something within this, it's going to show them, whoops, you screwed up. This is what you did wrong. This, you shouldn't have clicked on this, and this is why. And it teaches them in real time. Not only that, but it tracks this information for the managers, so the owners and the managers can understand where their biggest risks lie within the company, who is really the riskiest employee, and what you need to focus on with that person in order to help get them more aware, to make them a more defensible person in your company as far as cybersecurity goes. Another thing that we're going to be doing is dark web monitoring. Very, very cool. You can put in your domain, and once you have your domain in and up to 5 email addresses, it will basically monitor that domain in the dark web and those email addresses and alert us anytime we have any activity on the dark web regarding your domain or the email addresses you've included. And that's going to be included in our new services. The policy manager, this new thing where you can implement and go in and add policies. This is really cool. So there are tons of master policies. I mean, just tons. So you can pick policy sets from finance, cybersecurity, HIPAA, human resources, and let's say we want to list 50 per page, and this will give us a list. Okay, I guess I don't have any approved for that. Let me go find one that I do. Okay, so we've got a cybersecurity policy here. I can actually deploy this. I can edit it to add some things just for myself or personalize it for my company and save it. And then I can deploy this for my people to read, review, and sign that they have actually done it. We have all sorts of different types of policies that you can search from. I'm trying to find ones that I've actually enabled for this. I think I enabled some human resource ones. Did I? Compliance, cybersecurity. What else did I do? Hold on. I'm looking for something. Okay, here's some ones that I did for email use. So there's an email use policy, cybersecurity policy, cybersecurity defense policy, and each of these are editable. So you can bring them up, you can look at them, you can add or take away from it depending on what you need. And the company name is a variable, so it automatically plugs your company name in here for you. You don't have to do any of that. Really, really cool. This also allows you to create your own policies. In other words, if you want to upload your employee manual to this and include it as a policy and track whether they've read it and accepted it, you can do that too. And that's included in what we do. Very, very cool. And that part of it, because the policy management, that is an option. And it's not a lot. I think it's like $50 a month, and you can monitor you can add your own policies, and not just ours, but you can add your own, and you can track people that have done it, accepted it. But it gives you one place to manage your employee handbooks, your computer use policies, your email retention policies, your bring your own device policies in one place, see who's read and accepted those things, stay on top of them, and be able to track all that information in one. Very, very cool. This is the new set of cybersecurity features that's going into our current CyberSuite that includes a fully managed cybersecurity product. It includes $1 million in cybersecurity coverage, financial protection. And it includes, you don't have to buy any more antivirus anymore. It's monitored 24/7 by actual cybersecurity professionals. So you don't get alerts to say, what do I do with this? That you don't have to worry about that anymore, because they handle that on the back end. And it's powered by AI, so it catches those 0-day threats in real time in milliseconds, prevents them from happening. I've seen this stuff in a sandbox go up against hundreds of different ransomware variants, and within milliseconds, it stops this, isolates it, throws it back to the SOC analyst, and that SOC analyst is looking at it, verifying what it does, blacklists it in one endpoint, and from that point on, your entire organization is protected. Absolutely powerful stuff. But this is included in what we provide for this product, and this is now this new suite that I'm showing you, this cyber back end. And what's really cool is you can pull up reports on all this stuff. You can also go into your little security dashboard, and you can see your company's compliance score. And you can look into details about who accepted what and did things. It's really, really cool. But this is something that is now included in every one of our CyberSuite subscriptions. No contracts, no setup fees. It's all in there, and it's basically pay for what. Very, very cool. For those of you who want more information, all you have to do is go to this page and scroll down to the bottom. If you just click on, this is basically a little walkthrough. It talks about why antivirus doesn't protect you. If you've never seen this, I highly suggest you go over here and watch this video right here. It is very informative right here on the page, and it talks about why antivirus software isn't stopping hackers. We talk about this a little more in detail, but if you just hit let's get started here, the only thing we're asking you for is a little information about yourself. Tell us about your office. How many endpoints do you have? Do you have a server? Are you backing it up, and how? And then how can we help? Are you having any specific problems? Anything that you, maybe your network's slow, your computers are slow, you need some upgrades, you're not sure about buying a server, whatever it is, let us know. This is a free appointment. As soon as you fill this out, it's going to bring you into our calendar invite. You can set up a time to meet with me, and we will actually get in and talk with you about your specific needs for your office, answer your questions directly. We'll demo the product for any facet of it you want to see. And we'll tell you right then and there, we're going to take you down into our calculator here at the bottom, build your solution. We're going to actually build out your price, tell you exactly what it is right then and there. And we're going to give you a code. Because it's through Alignable, you're going to get 25% off for as long as you do business with it. That's the deal we did with Alignable. We're doing for Alignable. Give you a specific code that will do that. And so basically you can get signed up that day, and you'll be protected with coverage with our product within 24 hours. Its rollout's very simple. It's very easy. We walk you through it. We'll do it for you if you want, but it's as simple as taking a 2-minute install on your machine. We activate it on our side when you tell us you've got them all done, and that's it. The rest of it's automatic, and it's done. And within 24 hours, you'll get a certificate of coverage for the financial coverage if you opt for that. You can do it with or without. There's some people that don't want it. They don't care about having that or paying extra for it. It's not expensive. It is way cheaper than cybersecurity insurance. We call it cybersecurity assurance. It is a $1 million financial protection plan. If you want to read about it, it's right here down under resources, financial protection. And that is what is included in that protection plan. Very, very cool. It's built into the product. So if you opt for that, and we will tell you exactly what it costs with or without it, so you'll know all that up front. And this is a great deal. Basically, what happened is CySurance, who is an actual insurance company that does cybersecurity insurance, evaluated our product, our process, and said, "Wow, you really reduced the risk of a break-in, of a breach, so much that we have incorporated this protection into our product because we reduce the risk so much." So I like to think of it as kind of the Affleck of the of the cybersecurity business. Some people have cybersecurity insurance, but this can augment that, help protect you even further. But not only that, it's a full on. So I know I'm doing a little bit of selling today. I'm passionate about this, but what I'm really excited about is this new dashboard for cybersecurity for the managers, the employees. It's a place for them to come, get all their training, accept your policies for your company, and track all that stuff in real time, and being able to see the results of their phishing testing, to see what they fell for, what they didn't, how big of a risk are they to your company, and then helping them focus on the training, the phishing training that will help them recognize those things and do better. But we will continually do that simulated phishing to keep them on their toes, and it changes in time, so we can make sure that we keep them on their toes and paying attention to those kind of emails, because right now phishing is responsible for 9 out of 10 breaches. So that's why this is so important, and we're so excited to have this as part of our program. Hey guys, thanks for watching In the Queue. I'm going to call it quits for today. It is Monday, April Fool's Day, of course. But tomorrow we are having a special live In the Queue session, and it's going to be talking about what to do if your information is involved in a breach. We've actually had a lot of people ask us about that because AT&T came out over the weekend and said, "Yep, we've been breached," and it's affected nearly 70 million customers, both current customers and past customers. And it involves passwords, email addresses, even social security numbers. So this is a really big deal. We're going to be talking about that, how they've been notifying people. I was actually one of those people because I'm an AT&T customer for fiber at home, and I was once for cellular. I'm not anymore, but I was affected both ways. And what to do if that happens, and how you can go about making sure that your information was or wasn't compromised, and then what to do if it was, and what you should be. So I hope to see you there tomorrow. Look on the activity section for our cybersecurity group here. You'll see the event, register for it. We do record those. So if you can't make it, you can come back and watch it. But I encourage you to be there because we take live questions and it's an open discussion. And we usually have other cybersecurity professionals like Ernest, who's been with us almost every time. He's worked for the top fives. He's done work for Disney, Dell, and he is always in our group and always contributing to these discussions and questions. Love to have him. He chirps in from, even when he's out of the country and down in Puerto Rico, he still chirps in and comes because he just loves being a part of it. So hopefully we'll see you there. Have a great week, guys. Happy April Fool's Day, and we'll see you tomorrow.